Hello. Hey, Art. Where have you been? Art left my membership. I'm sad to see you go, but I'm glad you're here. I'm so glad to see you. Wiley. Yeah, y'all on late. Listen, my class, it was just a lot of things that happened all at one time. One, my class, it was after midnight and she was still going because people kept asking questions, which reminds me. I know exactly what my poll question gonna be because the way that, let me see, how can I put this in here? Poll question. I don't want to do it on here though. Let me see here. Is let me do this right now before we get any further. Hold on. Or let me see here. All right, poll question is up, and I'm early. Well, kind of. On vacation. Ooh, nice, Art. I love it. I'm doing good, Surfer. How are you? Gotta keep it. Hey, Toby. There she is. Yes. We made it. Rain, sunshine, sleet, snow. We made it today. 365 of live streams. We have done a full year, you guys. That is crazy to me. How are you, Richard? Thank you all for being here. Thank you all for joining us. And also, don't forget to answer our poll question. I feel like it's probably too late to post that, but I feel like I'm going to have to probably repost that again tomorrow. Because I feel like that's a really valid question. I miss you too, Art. Like, you've been gone. Like, gone. For a while. It was something like, I almost feel like going through like the YouTube university was almost like, you remember like hazing when you go through like, when you're like college, you go through hazing. That's what I feel like YouTube university was, or YouTube membership was. Because it was like a weird lull where everything shifted during that time. And it's like, listen, if you could make it through this, you could get through this, then on the other side, you're going to be okay. Hey, Chief. How are you? I'm glad you made it. I had y'all hang on a long time. Don't forget to double tap that screen, like this live, and answer our poll question. Do you think learning to read the room is common sense, street smarts, or book smarts? Let me know in the comments. I feel like that's a valid question. How is everybody? It is late. I am good. I had my snack. I had boiled peanuts. and I tore them up. You hear me? It was spice. I had the spicy ones, and then I put the regular ones in the middle, and then the spicy ones on top. But I didn't realize the spicy was gonna be that spicy. Usually, when I do spicy, they don't be the Cajun boiled peanuts don't be that spicy. But today, oh, but I ate them all. I absolutely ate every last one of them, every last one. And then that's when my hands dried because I had to wash my hands because I was like, I don't want to rub my eyes and be screaming. By the way, I am wearing my shirt, Aysia Smiles. And I was thinking I may need to just take this because it's so small. It says Aysia Smiles across, but I think because it's so small, it doesn't read very well. I'm just going to take that portion off and just do the AS initials for Aysia Smiles. So let me know if you like it. But I do need to update it on before y'all purchase yours, okay? So give me time. And I was gonna do that today, and I got as far as Cloudflare for the website, but that's where I stopped. So yes. So we may have to postpone our 365 until Friday, I'm guessing, because I doubt we'll be on very, very long tonight, and I'll probably do this. Remind me to put this poll question up again tomorrow, so we can really go over it. We'll go probably a couple minutes. I know. Same here, Chief. It's late. It's 1:45 a.m. It is late. I was out working, and then I was working, and I was on my class call, which ran way, way long. So usually it ends about 10. It was like I left her call at 11:56. It started at 8 o'clock. And it wasn't even her fault. It's the reason why I put this, it's the exact reason why I put this poll question in the chat. Come to ATL, show me the nails. You see the nails? Ooh. Some nail art. Thank you, Chief. If you are brand new to our channel, welcome, welcome, welcome. My name is Aysia Smiles. We go live each and every evening around 10:30 usually. Tonight is a little later because just a lot of things going on with work, school, all good things. But we're glad you're here, glad you are attending our live stream. Today is a very special day because it is technically day 365 for us that we've gone live every single day for an entire freaking year. And here we are. So everything has come full circle. I have kept my commitment to you all. Now let's see what happens. So moving forward, we will change up some things. I won't speak on it tonight because it's already late, and I still need to pray about it. Maybe is the right word. 365 days straight. That's crazy, isn't it? I know. So yes. So we have plenty of content. Plenty of content. Plenty. Still love them. Okay, so listen, Art got one of our very first merchandise. Do you still do a coffee never tastes so good? So Art has our coffee mug. He said coffee never tastes. Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. I don't even see our coffee mug on here. I don't know, because for whatever reason, like half my stuff is not approved anymore. I have no idea why. I think I need to just update my image. I think once I made this and it was so small, I think they went back and like, nope, 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 nope. I just don't think it prints well, which is why it's good to, buy your own merchandise and check it out and see how it prints. So Art, did you get what color mug did you get? Black or white? I need to buy my blanket because it's cold. Uh-oh, can I get back to y'all? Can y'all see me? No. Oh gosh. It's not letting me come out. Why is everything so janky today? Mm-mm. Can't even see y'all. I can't see y'all. Let me see this. Nope. All right, can you see me now? Can you see me? Okay, I can see you now. Okay, great. Say hey, Martina. Okay, I got the. Okay, all right, got the white one. I was trying to give you the I was trying to put the merchandise, but then it froze up on me. Forget it. It's just acting stank. Hey Joe, can you explain sugar to someone who never tasted it? The sweetness of sugar to someone who's never tasted it. It's like kind of like how sour does and it puckers your lips, but also in a good way. It's very addictive. It is enjoyable to the palate. And if you're not careful, you can get hooked. If so, I want one. You want one of what, Art? One of what? You should see. Okay, yeah. So these are the shirts. I gotta make the logo a little bit bigger, and I'm gonna take the stripe across the top because it doesn't read well. And then we have manifestation stickers, and I love the manifestation stickers. They're so cute. I left them in the car though. Dang it! I think I left it in the car, so I can't even show it to you. If I remember correctly, yeah. I was rushing to get in here. You did a blanket. Yes, I did a blanket. I may go back and update the blanket though. I do think the blanket is a little busy now that I look at it. So I may go update the blanket and make it a little bit more simpler, more like this. But stay tuned for the blanket. Stay tuned for an updated shirt and definitely the manifestation stickers. Hey, Andrew. That I have to thank before answering your poll. Woo, 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 woo. That's a good one, right? That's why I was really excited about that poll question. Andrew. Day 365. Gonna use your brain today. Hey, Montago. What a blanket. You just click on our store. I don't know if it'll show you, but we have blankets in the store. Hey, James. Hey, Z Money, what's your question? Hello, Natural Beauty. Hey, Humble, how are you? Okay, so Andrew, you say you need another answer choice. What is the answer choice? You mean like all of the above? It depends. That's a really good one, right? I thought about that on my way home. I was like, you know what? Or is it that it depends on the you to my house? Or is it that it depends on the location, right? Does it depend on the environment in which you're in to how you read the room? Because part of me was like, I'm gonna let y'all answer first, because I feel like this is gonna be a part two. Because I'm gonna put this here tonight because I don't know that we have enough time to discuss it because I got on so late. But we're definitely gonna wrap this and come back to this tomorrow. That way you have time to think on it. You know, you have time to really meditate on it. Hey, Art. Let me see. All of your stuff is cool. Thank you. Okay, you said it's taught, right? But taught by whom, though, right? Common sense. That part, Dewan. Common sense is not very common. Oh, thank you. Common sense isn't common. Andrew, I don't know how to explain it. It just doesn't. Huh? It's free. I felt for you. I was waiting for some heat. Thank you. All right, let me see here. Okay, let me see here. Dwan says common sense isn't common. I agree with you on that, 100%. Andrew says, I don't know how to explain it. It just doesn't seem like it's. I understand all of that. You know how you read stuff on like social media, on like Instagram and stuff, and you be like, I don't know how you worded it perfectly. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but it's not. Hey, Block. How are you, Block? Hey, Aysia Speed. The unforgiving Punisher. Hello. Okay, think about street smarts as survival tactics. Okay, therefore, think of think it falls under street smarts. Yes, but that's where I'm kind of in between, because when I also think about while I said environment has to do with how soon you want to learn it. True. Hey, Joseph. And then I also was thinking, I was like, but also is it book smarts too? Because it's like, is that something you have to physically learn? Because even like if you're in an environment like with high level people and stuff, you also have to learn how to read that room too. So I'm like, when I think of book smarts, I think of like playing chess, right? So when you play chess, you learn I could make this move and make this move. That's not good here. Let me fall back. Let me read the room and see how everybody else reacts. So I don't catch myself in a situation where I look bad or I look stupid by doing something just out. Let me just see how everybody reacts first, right? So I can literally see where all these fall into all these categories. Hey, Joseph. Book smarts can't teach you about spirits. Okay, and so now that brings up a different point, Dawn, because I wasn't even thinking like spiritual, like reading the room like in a spiritual sense. So you're talking about like energy then. This is definitely gonna have to be a part two. The way you see others respond to different moments. I agree. Let me see here. What you thinking, unforgiving? What's your thoughts? You just smiling. What's your thoughts? Okay, like the streets smart, like the streets didn't teach me that, but the more I think about it, it did. When I think about being common sense, but I always had common sense and didn't learn from it. Reading didn't teach me. Okay, I've been in all kinds of rooms. I think it's truly only about 7 to 10 type of people. If you've met one, you met them all, or a hybrid. Okay, so then does that become experience then? So I do need to add reading the room is experience then? Because in order for you to know that you've met one and you met them all, would mean you have had to have experienced that many people on a regular basis over and over and over again, right? Like, for instance, the calls that I was on, which is kind of how I got to this question, is because I've been on so many of these calls, and I'm like, this is why this is how FAQ came to be, right? Frequently asked questions, because they become, they're just a natural thing for people who are brand new to you, right? Like, the reason why I say welcome, 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 my name is Aysia Smiles, because somebody's going to ask who I am, right? The reason why I say I am 39 years old, why? Because somebody's going to ask how old I am. The reason why I say I am in Florida and the time it is, because somebody's going to ask what time zone I'm in, right? The same thing over and over again. If you've been here any amount of time, you know that. So you are used to me saying these things again and again and again, right? So it's so I could feel like it should be experienced, but I don't know. You tell me. I feel like they can fit in. It can reading the room can fall in every bucket possible. So if a room is full of loud people, I have to be loud. Not necessarily. You don't have to be loud. So here's the thing: if you're in a room full of loud people, you being the only one that's quiet doesn't necessarily mean that you're overlooked. It could mean that you are, you're like the outlier, right? And it could be something that just gives you a pause, right? Because if everybody's talking in the room and everybody's loud and I'm on stage and I stand there, y'all gonna be like, you will look at me and you will get quiet, right? Like if I have a presence about me, you can hear a pin drop, right? Like, so it just depends. It just depends. There are people who everybody can be talking and da 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 loud, kicking, and somebody could walk past and almost like glide, and the whole room could fall silent. So, okay, let's see here. Um, There's older people who still can't read a room. It's specific to the people who have that talent, okay? However, if I'm honest about it, this new journey I'm on had me to become observant and watch the room, okay? So I'd say spiritually led me to understanding the power in reading the room before talking. Ooh, that's good, Andrew. Right? Because in the silence, you hear so much more, right? Art Taylor, I reckon so. Okay, Dwan, truthfully, the world is full of sheep, and there is only a small portion of people who can read a room. It's a gift. Really? Just a little bit? Oh my gosh. I don't know that I can read every room. I won't say that I can read every room. Most rooms I'm in, I can, energy wise, I can most often read it. Hey, Aiden. Is it you? Is it you, Aiden? Don't forget to double tap that screen. Help us to like this live and also subscribe. Hit that notification bell. Really? So you can be notified each and every time we go live. I've yet to answer, by the way. Andrew, I finally got Andrew stumped, huh? Mmm. That's a good one though. I was thinking about that on the way home. I was like, ooh, I gotta ask this question. Hey, Africa. You have your CIA types who trained, but they still may not be able to adapt to different socioeconomic levels. Now, to your point with that, there are people who are brilliant in certain areas of their life, right? In other areas, just be like, this the same person? This the same person? So, you're right about that. I almost feel like learning to read the room depends on the room, and it also depends on your expertise of that, you know what I mean, like that particular subject or that particular like skill. Because if I know nothing about that, then I'm probably not going to be able to read that room anyway, right? Because I don't know that you can read all rooms probably to the best of your ability. However, if you don't know that room at all, you can't read it. I guess I'm part of that. Hey Carson, how are you? Hey entrepreneur, you on Instagram? I do. I have somebody else who manages my Insta. Andrew, you have a gift. Andrew has a gift, yes. Hey gaming, how are you? Hey Appel. Thank you. I can read a room virtually as well. It's not always what's said, but body language. What's not said. What about what has been breezed by? Hush, Dewan. Don't be trying to give out all my stuff. Look, I'm gonna give you the wall. I will tell you one thing about me. I do not have a poker face. I don't care to have a poker face either. I also feel like that's a Gemini thing. Like we're not necessarily like we're not good liars because it's just not in us. I'm just like I'm just. But because I would like to be, because I'm on YouTube, I will give you a very code switching answer, if that makes sense. Or I'll give you a very like, okay. I'll give you a PG answer, okay? Okay, let's see here. Okay, I can read every room. You can read every room. I don't know if anybody can read every room. Every room? Like, if you were in a room full of women and we were talking about, I don't know, hair care. Could you read that room? And what would you be reading that room for? What would you be noticing about that room? Look at my hair. What eye color you have? Brown. Brown. My mama gave it to me. I asked my daddy for the honey, but he didn't give it to me. He has honey eyes. His eyes are light brown. Lighter brown. Good night, Art. Thank you for stopping by. Okay, I know some brilliant people have very little common sense. Facts, Dawn. Facts. Hey, Brian. Common sense is so common. LOL, everyone's brain is rotted. Hey, Axel. Okay, let's see here. I wasn't coming to be out. You don't have a poker face. You Oh, wait. Let me read that again. Okay, wait. Andrew said, "You don't have a poker face. You have a sweet personality that distracts the normal human who isn't interested." Okay. Oh, who's interested? I wasn't throwing a shot at you that point. It's okay, don't. Let me see. Absolutely, I've been in a room full of women and make them feel safe. Yet they understand that I'm not a threat or trying to push up on them. Okay. I dated a beautician for years, and I used to go to conventions with thousands of women. I would go to the marketing classes, businesses classes to learn. Okay, cool. So, um, there was, oh my gosh, what was I watching? Oh, I was listening to one of the dating, he's been like a dating coach for like 14, 15 years or something. But I like him because he's gay, so he gives you both sides. And then two, he's very statistic based because he took statistics in college. And most of his stuff is very much to the T. What he also said was when when people get married, there are signs based on the wedding, how the wedding flowed, who did what, whether or not the marriage is going to last. And so that part I think is fascinating. And so that kind of brings up more of about this question, like learning how to read the room. Like one of the things he mentioned was if the the groom has a lot of theatrics throughout the, he's not really put attention to the bride, and it's more so like about him and stuff, it's definitely not gonna last. He was like, if the groom throws like smears cake in her face, it's not gonna last. It was just a lot of things that he mentioned. He was like, if this happens and this happens, it's definitely not. I was like, what? And then in the comments, as you read them, the wedding planners and stuff, they was like, oh yeah, absolutely, everything he said to a T. They was like, we've seen it time and time and time again. And so a lot of times people don't realize that they show themselves without even knowing it, right? So there are signs, because he's like trying to portray himself like, this is the last time I'll be out here, I'm just doing this. And it's just interesting to see it all play out and realize that people are very much not as unique as they think they are. To Juan's point, whereas everybody is probably 7 of these 10 people. So even though you think you are, just like unique, and I'm the only one having this experience, I'm the only one this way, there are like a million other just like you. Maybe not 100% like fingerprint, but a good 95%. That's why we can put you in this bucket right here, and this bucket right here, and this bucket right here. It's the nature of people. Yep. Eyes are windows to the soul. Asia knows how to pull one out and have her way. Now remind me, I know that was Wiley's word. Remind me what Tacinda means again, please. Tacinda. I feel like it was something like a quick decision or something, but I don't remember it verbatim. And then the last one she had was, she probably needs a new one for this week anyway, because it is Monday. Technically Tuesday now. Thank you, Art. Things better left unsaid. Oh, Tacinda. Things better left unsaid. Thank you, Andrew. So what I must have been thinking about the one after that then. A quick decision or something. Okay. Tacinda. Things better left unsaid. Who, me? Do you remember when we were reading Outwitting the Devil and he said something about women? I can't remember exactly what he said, but it's a natural, I want to say instinct of ours, I guess. We do it naturally, not necessarily knowing that we're doing it. But once he said it, and I was like, oh, never saw that, never thought about it, never knew I was doing it until he said it in the book. I wish I had highlighted it. To me, yes, you to me. Eve, me? He's mentioned something about hey Michael, he mentioned something about the tonality of our voice, very soft, very baby like. And then he also mentioned that our eyes, we tend to close our eyes at like half. I can't remember exactly how he said it, but almost as if they're halfway closed, so that it almost kind of draws you in, because you can't see my eyes as much or something. I can't remember exactly what he said, but I was like, oh, didn't know I was doing that. Now that I know, I'm still gonna do it. Because it's a natural thing, right? It's not something that's practiced. It's just been doing it for this long. I'm just gonna continue to do it. Warm, filled with true love and compassion. It's just subtle, right, Dawn? It's just subtle. It's like it's just regular mannerisms. It's not even anything extra, which is why us as women, when we don't necessarily like somebody, we'll try to give them the cold shoulder, and then the cold shoulder is still like, oh, why is he still coming back? Because he likes the cold shoulder. 6, 7. So it's almost like you want to do the opposite, but then if you do the opposite, then you be like, oh, did he really think? Okay, let's see here. It's the nature of women that draws us in. This is true. I don't really think women have to do much. We really don't. Because you see how I dress every night on here. I'm going to start dressing up and see if y'all run the other way. I'm going to start wearing makeup. I notice when I wear makeup, y'all be like, yeah, I'm going to start wearing makeup. See if it bring y'all away. Let me see here. Y'all can make men move mountains with your words. Oh, that's good, Andrew. I had a conversation with somebody today, and I said, well, they've been pining after me for a little while, and I said, well, what would my return be? And he crickets. I said, oh, okay. All right, well, okay. That answers my question, right? What would my return be? Because we know what you're getting. What would my return be? Okay, let's see here. You're gonna lower your standards and give it me. Was I talking to you, Matt? What would my return be? It's like me giving you Ruth Chris and you giving me McDonald's. No, sir. Absolutely not. There has to be a return. Matt. Tribute doesn't need much. Thank you. You look underage. Devontae, I am. I am underaged. I am under 40. I am under 40. We will be 40 in like 5 months. Oh my gosh. Okay. Your return would be protection, love, compassion, wealth, etc. He should have said them. I mean, he quiet. It probably almost like a minute. Almost like a minute. And then he gave a very much like very like a generic answer. But by then, I'm glad he thought about it. Yes, I'm glad he thought about it. But the generic answer was like, well, everything. Anything you want. Mm. Mm. You said anything you want. Mm. Right. My only I love allowing people to think and getting people to really have conversations, right? Because most of us don't. And I didn't for a very long time. I just kind of was going along to get along. But I enjoy having thoughtful conversations that move the needle, that really make me think, why am I doing this? Why did I choose this? Why did I choose him? Why did I choose her, right? What was the thought process that got us to this point? Did we just say something and go with it? Truly, what made me pick this person over this one and this one and this one and this one? What specific thing was it? Did I even try any others? Did I even look at any others? Was there a rubric that I went through, or was it just off of like, they're nice, they're sweet, they're cute? Like, what was it? Was it location? Was it the fact that they're just so close right now? That's why I did it. What was the reason? What is the reason? And is the reason enough? Have I really read the room to realize, is that what I want? Did I pick that person for common sense? Did I pick that person for their street smarts? Did I pick that person for their book smarts? Why did I pick that person? Why did I do that thing? Why did I get that job? Why did I move to this location? Why did I do these things? What was the reason? Did I read the room correctly? Hey, Adam. To be brutally honest, I think you're amazing in many ways. I just practice self-control and restraint. One, because I'm in a relationship. And two, I'm not a typical dude. Okay, Dawn. That's cool. That's cool. How long you been in your relationship, Dawn? Not you broken with an adult. Question. I can appreciate gentleness without crossing boundaries. Thank you, Dawn. Hey, young tuna. What's your... is that young tuna? Yeah, young tuna. What's your question? I didn't have to think about it. That is emotion. You can have whatever you like. Yeah. Stacks on deck. Patron on ice. We can pop bottles all night. I guess you forgot all about Fred. Hey, Fred. No, you forgot about me. You know I'm here. I'll be right here. Okay. But no honest thoughts into what he has. Put no honest thoughts into what he has to offer as a man. See, that's something I do. I do not. I decay. I thought it was normal. Geography. There go Robert. Where you been, Robert? Okay, Matt says return is 15% off. Let me sit up, cause Robert got jokes. I meant Matt got jokes. Okay, let me see here. Random. I'm not going to answer that poll question. Andrew, you I got Andrew stumped. Andrew will not answer my poll question. Andrew. Hey, Robert. Robert, what do you think about the poll question? Hey, Art. I'm glad you're back. Okay, I asked a woman that one time, and I had a similar response. The physical exchanges was amazing. Outside of that, we didn't have as much in common as people that I was with in the past. Since 2014. Wow, okay. Okay, nice. 2014, 2026. Nice. Congratulations. I think we all need to know is what has been on your beautiful. Oh, hi, Derek. My mind busy. It was very busy day at work. Very, very busy. A lot of calls. And I am over Google. I am over Yelp. I am over all the people who called like, are you the business owner? May I speak with the business owner? Put your stuff. When I was looking at your profile and oh my gosh. Take me off. Take me off. Because it's almost like spam. As soon as you have a business on Google, oh my gosh. Stop calling. You're blocking the other people from calling me so I can get more leads. Stop calling. Hey, Miss Pamela. I am not Somalian. Hey, G2000. And just said, I will not answer the question. Not Andrew like stumped for words. This is funny. It only took like 365 days. All is well. Okay, Robert says common sense though. Robert said common sense is how you read the room. Okay. Hey, Starbang. You're really pleased. Thank you, Star. Okay. Dwan, do you think it's healthy for a relationship to be on YouTube? Do you think it's healthy for a relationship to be on YouTube telling another woman how beautiful or anything you should be telling your partner, not hating, just inquiring? So I understand. When I get into a relationship, shut up, Andrew. Don't let Andrew be messy. Stop being messy and answer my question. Hey, stop worrying about somebody else's relationship and answer my question. Stop deflecting, Andrew. Huh? 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 Okay, I think in relationships we overthink things. What's important is, are you and your partner's values aligned? Also the chemistry, both physical and mental. There has to be attraction. But when we strip, go back to work. You put the microwave in the fridge? Oh, okay. Did you turn it on? Or did you unplug it? Yeah, so Robert Andrew wants to know how it's common sense because he can't answer. He has yet to answer the question. He has yet to answer the question. Continue. Okay, let me see. Okay, let me see. I think the most important is you are your partner aligned. Also, the chemistry, both physical and mental. There has to be attraction, but when we strip it down to the bare minimum, it's about how you coexist. Okay, I'm trying to understand what I'm answering. It takes a minute or an hour. Listen, because we've literally been on for 50 minutes. You've literally been on the entire time. The entire time. Oh my goodness. Let me see. How many votes do we have? 51 votes. Okay. learning to read the room is, we have how many? Let me see if I can read this a little bit. Let me make this a little bit bigger. Learning to read the room, 49% say common sense. 39% say street smarts. And 12% say book smarts. Interesting. Interesting. Because I'm thinking about, I can see myself in all of the categories. Like, I went to a conference with people who are very high net worth, right? Like, we're talking, millions, billions. And it was, the first time I went was 2023, I feel like. Because what it is, 2026? I didn't go last year. I went yeah. So maybe like 2026. 2023. And the first time I went, I felt extremely uncomfortable. I felt all the way out of place. I was like shaking in my boots. I was like, oh my gosh, I am not equipped for this. I do not look like these people. I am not dressed for this. And I was just in my own shell, right? Like, literally, like you see me now, right? I was like, I shrunk. You remember when you watched The Little Mermaid, and then Ursula turned her daddy into a little thingy? That little brown little stringy thingy. That's how I felt. Like, I just shrunk to this little string because I just felt so out of place. And then I had to like take myself out. I had to like really do like a mindset shift thing. It was like, hey, you're here, you're in this room, enjoy it, learn from the people around you, and soak up as much as you can. And then it became, by the time I left, I was like, it was almost like summer camp. Bye Susie, bye Bobby, bye Jane, bye Emily, bye Mary Sue, bye, you know what I mean? It was one of those, it was those moments of, these people are just like you, right? These people are just like you. And so you don't have to think that you're less than, you may not be at this level. You're going to get to this level, but you also need to be in a space with people like this so they can help bring you up, because you're the average of the people who you hang around, right? And so now, as I read those rooms, I read them completely differently than I used to, right? The ones who are the very showy, very like high dollar, the ones with the gold chains and the big earrings and the blah blah blah, have the least amount of money, okay? The ones that are blinging it out, and you see them in the videos, and they're getting off their jets, and they're showcasing those things. They do not got it like that. It is not like that. And the ones who have it will have the regular vehicles. Most of them, I remember, the more you live, the more you read the room. And so you'll start to see a lot of things that you'll be like, this is not what it seems. This is not exactly what it seems to be. Like, oh my God, I'm trying to think what's, they're everywhere though. They're literally everywhere. Because even on my sales call today, she mentioned, she was like, now my sales teacher, she has over 1 million subscribers. And so she talked about that briefly tonight. And she was like, anytime somebody uses somebody else that has a lot of subscribers and talks bad about them, or says, hey, this is what they're doing, but X, Y, and Z, that's because they don't have enough value in their own videos to not use somebody else's name, right? They are not using their own expertise and their own testimonials, so they're trying to use somebody else's fame to draw people in and try to give you like that wow factor or ruffle some feathers by giving you a negative thing because they want you to interact with them. So just be mindful. Learning how to read the room is a beautiful thing once you understand it. All right, let's read this chat. How far back? Where am I at? Okay, good. I can see that point, Andrew. I'm just giving credit where credit is due. I always give Aysia the utmost respect. I would be lying if I didn't give her. What is that? Give her credit. Besides, she gets me. Yeah, me and Dewana cool. I don't remember. Dewana's not the one who actively is always vying for my attention or any of that stuff. I don't get that from Dewana at all. Exactly. Where's all the above? Like my overseas clients. Besides, Asia can read the room words of J. Cole. She Hey, Big J, thank you. I give G. However, I need my wife to be able and conduct herself according when I'm not around, and saying that is what I require to have my loyalty and abundance I bring. Hey, Big J. I'm doing good, Big J. How are you? Besides, I'm not even her type. I'm just saying. Paying homage on her first anniversary. Robert. Because I'm 40. Okay, Robert says, because I'm 40 and I've been around and learned a lot. I took a lot of mistakes to make me have common sense. I learned common sense by being around people with no common sense. Care to give us some examples, Robert? And also, to your point, Robert, if I gave you a fourth answer and said experience, learning to read the room is experience, would you have changed your answer, or would you have still stayed with common sense? Okay, well, if I have to answer, I'm gonna answer the least. What I believe it is. What? Hello, not an original. Ah, not an original guy. How are you? Can you make me moderator? Aaron, I don't know you. You gotta be around for a while to become the moderator. Good. Hey, hip hop. Thank you for joining. Don't forget to double tap that screen, help us to like this live, and also don't forget to subscribe, hit that notification bell, and get notified each and every time we go live. We are on our goal to reach 50 likes this evening.
Blah, blah, blah.
Hey, this is a celebration. Ma. Hey, Lou. Okay, true story. I stumbled upon her page and stayed because of her vibe. She seems like a pure spirit, and the fact that she's easy on the eyes is a bonus. She has a light that shines, and I love that. Thank you, Duan. Okay, man, dang. I honestly can't pick. Really? Andrew. I think you might be overthinking it, Andrew. Brother Rob, are you ex-military? Okay, so Robert said he would have changed it. Okay, so if I said experience, you would have changed it. Okay. Christian, I saw you. Christian, you saw me at a club? Was it me? You sure? What time of day was it? What time was it? Can you give me a time? Hey, Aaron. Well, you need a line for me. Oh my goodness. Hey, Sandy. Sandy. Wow. Hey, Sandy. I'm glad you're back. It's good to see you. How was Dylan and the family? You think you need? Do I look like I need a man in my life? We have several on this chat. I can tell you're new though. Have you ever met your dad? Yeah. Well, several times. He's great. Um, okay, I'm super loyal. I'm actually married, and I met her needs in every way. She rests comfortably, knowing that I always have her and our family unit in my interest. That's beautiful, Dawn. Oh, Dawn, that's so sweet, but I don't like having to think this much. I have a new level of respect for Asia. You gonna be able to sleep tonight, Andrew? Being involved doesn't mean I can't appreciate another one. So, to Dewan's point, I would say, like, when people say to me, they're like, and I'll say I'm vegetarian, I'm vegan, and they're like, man, how could you do that? Like, I could never give that up. And I'm like, well, one, I never asked you to. And two, it's the equivalent of I could look at you eat a steak and I could smell the steak and I'm like, oh, that smells delicious. But do I want some? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. But it smells delicious and I'm happy that you're enjoying it and it looks good and I'm glad that you are having a good time over there enjoying their meal. Doesn't mean I want to partake of it. So I think that's the way I interpret what Duan is saying. That's how I read the room. Let's see here. Now, I will also say that there have been others who have been on this channel, and if you are in a relationship, then it probably will be that you won't necessarily be on here for a long amount of time, right? Also, to Andrew's side, because our conversations tend to be late night. Not necessarily that you were like attracted to me per se, but the fact that if you are in a household with somebody else, then it just is like, hey, I'm here too, right? Like, why are you on so late? And so it becomes a discussion now. So it's like, okay, well, hey, I got to pull back a little bit. So I also get that too. Which is why Wiley isn't on all the time every night like that, right? Because she does have family, she does have children. So I get that too. What was the extravagant? What was the extravagant thing ever done? I don't know what that means. Can you refine that question? Excuse me. Hey, Tigra. You need an Italian in your life. Ooh, an Italian. Don't forget to double tap that screen. Help us to like this live. Help us to get to 50 likes this evening. Let's just say 40. I'm getting sleepy. 5 more to 40. Okay. In the jacket. Yeah, because I just got home. Well, I guess it's been like 65 minutes now, but it's very cold here. And he just turned on the air. I meant the heat. It's chilly. Because you heard him. Maybe you didn't hear him. When he came out, he was like, man, it's cold. Because we have heat in the rooms. Older houses, you heat the rooms. You leave the common area for everybody to fend for themselves. Because you ain't supposed to be out here. You're supposed to be in your room. think I put Big J, vegetarian, preferably vegan, but right now I'm just vegetarian. With eggs, I should say, because people are like, that's not vegetarian. Well, when I was growing up, dairy was egg. And also, eggs do not fertilize. A rooster has to fertilize that egg for it to actually become a bird or a chicken. If it never becomes fertilized, then it never becomes a chicken. So it literally is just almost more so like a period. That's kind of what eggs are, per se. That's enough for that. Okay. With the gloss in your pocket because we don't do chapped. Mm-hmm. Because where is it? And I was looking for my gloss all day. I was like, where is my gloss? And then I got out the car and I noticed it had fell behind the seat. Jaden! Good night, Wiley. How do you find? Good question. I have to table that for another day, Jaden. Okay, I'm checking on them demos. Hey, new God. How do we have your contract? What kind of contract? It said had. Oh, how was the pot pie? Did you make that one from scratch, or that was one that you already had purchased, Robert? Properly. So Andrew, as you say that, if you had a female that was on a YouTube channel like this one, would you have changed the way she conducted herself? If it was just like this. Or would you just have to be on her live stream every night wreaking havoc? Like, we know we know she's with you. Okay, Andrew, okay. Just came in, reading room might take some time. Okay, new God, understandable. See, Asia, I bring my girl in our lives. I don't hide anything. If she doesn't want to join in, that's her. It's all about respect and value. That's true. That's what we used to do with Deem and his girlfriend. And then I would say that most couples, if they came, like we have like Rain and Gavin, but we don't see them very often, right? They're busy coupling, doing couple things, right? They'll come pop on from time to time, but for the most part, we may see them maybe once a quarter. Now, I will say that he will pop on more often than her, but I would have to go live during the day. If I go live during the day, I will see him more often. He'll pop on for like 5 or 10 minutes and then pop off. Jay, I'm in Florida. Never heard of egg. Oh, okay. Thank you, Big J. Okay, let's see here. I think the difference is I'm not thirsty. This is the most forward I've ever been. It sounds like I'm defending myself, but I'm just offering a different perspective. I appreciate that, Dawan. You don't have to say anything else. Don't let Andrew Andrew just poking the bear. He only poking the bear because he ain't asked my poll question. Right? Remember, even in sales, right? The more you talk, the more you lose the sale, right? You don't have to justify yourself because you were already justified. You were good in what you had already said. You didn't need to say nothing else, right? Don't go back and forth with that one. Don't do it. Mm-mm. That poll question blocking your face is getting to me, but I can't. Because it's hiding my lower lip. Okay, let's see here. Hey, Tiara. Hey, FireX. Don't forget to double tap that screen. Help us to like this live. Also, help us get to 40 likes this evening. It is 1:52. Can we get to 40 likes in the next 8 minutes? Because I'm going to have to I got to get off here at 2 o'clock. I have to get off here at 2 o'clock. I have not done my handstands yet. It's late. What day is this? I believe this is day 230. Yeah. Hey, Fire. For power, emotional vibes, and sharing. Like-minded people, I'm very intentional. I rarely compliment her because I try to keep boundaries. I appreciate that, Dewan. I show queen. I like that. Like a play on I show speed, I guess. Gotcha, Andrew. Gotcha. My life is in this kind of vibe. To me, this falls under self-help. And that's our thing. Gotcha, Dewan. Who do outdoors? Did you not have a boyfriend? She sees. Yeah, sometimes. Okay. Expected. Sincerely. I say it's common sense because even in the streets, that's something you need to already have knowledge on. And reading the room is something that helps you in all situations. That part. It helps you in situations. Absolutely. Helps you in situations, helps you get out of situations. You be like, you know what? Let me step. Like, you ever go out to a restaurant to go eat, or you go to a club or something, and you can tell the tension and stuff in the environment, right? Like, I used to DJ, and so there is this thing that if you are a DJ, you can read the room, right? Hey, if they're getting a little rowdy, let me not play this high rap, cussing, we call them BPM, which is beats per minute. If the higher the beats per minute, when you get to that, like, 110, 120, those are those higher, faster songs. When you get to 130 is it's either really fast or does the opposite. It's really slow, right? So it could be like Oh My God from boom, 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 boom. Oh my God. Oh. I'm trying to think. It was like a Black Eyed Peas song. That was like 130. Let the beat drop. And it was like kind of like a techno kind of vibe. But that was 130. But then you can also cut that in half, and it can be like what? What's one half of 130? They're like 65. And then at 65, it's like really slow, like slow jam music, like I'm trying to think. Knocking the Boots is not that one, but I can't think of any off the top of my head. But we know once we start seeing people get rowdy, or people start to bump each other a little bit, right? Hey, you stepped on my shoes and all that kind of stuff. That's when you drop them. That's when you start playing like Lil Jon. Doom, 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 oh, to change the dynamic, because you can see people starting to get antsy, right? If I play Knuck If You Buck, right? Then I play something else heavy. Then I play something else. If I play like 4 to 5 or 6 songs like that heavy, when they're up and all the men are on the dance floor, I already know that I can potentially have a problem, right? Because it's just heavy on the, it's too many men in that one area, and it's just too much testosterone, right? But if I have more like dance music and I float in between them, then I can gauge the crowd. Then they can follow me and they can follow along with me. So I have to be mindful of that. Also, I also know if it's very crowded in the club, I'm gonna want to watch what I'm playing. And then if it's hot, they're gonna be a lot. It's easier to irritate them when it's hot, right? So I don't need to play those heavy hitter songs like that, especially if it's hot. I'm gonna be mindful how long I play it. Do I play it for like a minute and a half, 2 minutes? I'm not probably gonna play the full song. I may run through a quick little set, boom, 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 a minute and a half of 3 or 4 or 5 songs, and then drop them or do something else, or go to a line dance or something to break up the flow, just to get them back at a level that's that I know that they're not gonna start getting rowdy. That was a long answer. That makes sense though. So learning how to read the room. To strip club. I can't get mad if she cheats. As a man, I learned that we choose who we want. It's cold in Florida. Yes, it is. It's ridiculous. Old Mayor Winter. The reason why I haven't been on sometime is because you like nice work. Gotcha, Dawn. I like when you go back and forth. It's very interesting. Thank you, Jay. My quote is always to give you a different perspective, right? I can see both sides. I can read both sides. I am a Gemini. That is what we do all day. There is 2 people in here, okay? And one is saying this and the other one saying this, and we just figure out where we're going to lay in. We're going to go on this side, we're going to lay on this side, we're going to be in the middle. What we doing? Flip a coin. So yes, I see both sides. Or 3 sides, I should say, since I put 3 answers in the chat. My hiding your lip. She's your shine, Jay. Hey, Erica. Hi, what's stud? Tell me about it, stud. Was that Grease? Or no? I understand that. Let me see. Mia, what did Mia say? Let me see here. What shot? I understand that, but what ultimately made you think of reading the room? And how did you come to the conclusion that it'll be an advantage if used properly? Explain, please. I must have missed that one. Wait a minute, it's jumping around. You need confidence to take accountability, speak boldly, and assertive to an extent. You'll have a fair shot. Are you a DJ? Yeah, I used to DJ. I DJed for years. Probably about 10. Maybe. Probably 10 to 15. Something like that. It's a long time ago. And I stopped DJing when I moved to Atlanta because that's called equipment. That's called equipment. That's called late nights. And it was different where I lived before because I worked with like men, and they would set up and break down. And then when I moved to Atlanta, I didn't have the same setup, right? I didn't have the same who was hauling the who was going to haul the speakers, who was going to break up, who's going to, set up, break down. And then also, clubs are, like we say, late nights and stuff. So you got to be mindful of that kind of stuff too. Like the men that I was around kind of were always watching. So I wouldn't be like going to the car by myself and all that kind of stuff. Just, for that kind of thing. So when I got to Atlanta, I didn't really have that same situation. So I just kind of let that go. Plus, I wanted to go to bed. And then I just picked up this for late nights. So this makes sense, right? Because I DJ'd. And then I stopped doing that. So late nights is not new to me. I should put it that way. I am about to go to bed now. Because we're at the 2 o'clock now. But, yeah, we're used to late nights. Because we did it for so long. Don't forget to double tap that screen. Help us to like this live and also subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you can be notified each and every time we go live. We go live every night, so you can go back and watch any of our previous live streams, like the last 5 or 6. There are no ads on them. They're advertisement free. I repeat, they're ad free because I have not posted any advertisements or any monetization on them. So go back and watch them this week, because I am definitely going to put them on monetization for next week coming, okay? So you have a week to watch it. I can't be in a room with too many people. It throws my energy off into a bind. And I become easily annoyed and have to... Ooh, Andrew. Wait a minute. I have no idea. Jay, she's starting to play good. My son is 30. Hey, Sean. Sean. Hey, Nay. Thank you. Not necessarily tired, but it's been a long day, and I know I'm not feeling it right now. I know I'll feel it later, though. Like when you wake up, you go, oh my gosh, look what time it is. I don't want to get up. Thankfully, I did laundry this morning. It was a lot. That's why I feel like today was so long, because I did laundry. The first time I did it, I got up early enough to do all of it in one fell swoop. But the back and forth is what I think is just so long. Because I took it, and I was going to get the lady to do it. I was just going to drop it off to her, and she was like, well, I won't be able to give it back to you until Wednesday or Thursday. I said, Wednesday or Thursday? Today is Monday. Let me just go put these clothes in the wash. So then I put them in the wash. Then I left. Then I had to come back, put them in the dryer. So that part. I made it such a longer day. And ripping and running ever since, all day. Okay, so Raven says, I think common sense, but some people lack that level of common sense. They're narcissistic, and they know, but don't want to care to be the center of attention. You said they're narcissistic, as in they know they're narcissistic. Is that what you're saying? But don't care or want to be the center of attention. I'm still kind of lost on that one, Raven. A little bit. Hey, Big J. It's funny how Americans see Elon Musk a lot of money with overseas clients. It's huge. What's interesting? Is that we were really good at marketing. America's really good at marketing. That's what I know. Hey, that guy. How are you? Okay, let's see here. I sound like Sky Jackson. Wow. Oh, I only see 39 likes on my screen, Jay. I only see 39. Don't forget to double tap. I am 39. 39, I see 39 likes. Don't forget to double tap that screen. Help us to like this live and also subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you can be notified each and every time we go live. Love you too, Sean. One of my goals used to be having all female DJ team to do events. My concern was the same. I would have to pay additional money to have somebody set up a breakdown. Yes. I was like, at some point, yay, we got to 40 likes. Woo! I was thinking like maybe something like almost like a, almost not like a Jack in the Box, but something that you could put it on and then it it rises like that and you could break it back down. But other than that, that's all I could think of because I'm not physically. Nope. I hate doing laundry. That's why. Here's the thing, but I'm an air sign, so I love laundry. I don't really necessarily had the time to fold it, but I love the smell of fresh laundry. I love the smell of. I love the idea of just being fresh and clean and right. That just I don't know. Probably because I'm air sign, so I just enjoy that freshness and the smell of it. Like my lungs are like yes. I love going to laundromat, but it's time consuming. I like that one because it was I'm like that one because you can do quick wash if you want, but because I knew I was back and forth, I didn't do quick wash. Quick wash is like 16 minutes, I guess. Regular wash is like 30 or something. I'm not accepting the answer. It's not a compelling argument. What are the new goals for the month of January? Good question, Sandy. The my vision board class get together is not until the 18th. So I haven't done too many goals for the month. But my goal is definitely to finish my sales class for sure. And I do need to get on more offers. I need to at least apply to more offers. Look at this. Play house music. I didn't play a lot of house music. Not in the events I was playing. I played a lot of I worked at a club for a while. I loved it and then I hated it because it was every weekend playing the same stuff, eating the same foods, dancing with the same people dancing all the time, and just got really old. I was so glad when that was over. I like one-offs, right? I'm very much a project person. I don't mind a project here, a project here, a project here. But if you feel like you're going to tie me down to something, you would be wrong. I do not like to be tied down. I do not like it at all. Hey, Latrice. Hey, Sean. Thank you. We're at 40. Who got 42? I don't see 42. I only see 40 on my end, but thank you. Hey, Joseph. Hurry up past the poke right there. Right, because you are thinking about it very, very deeply, right, Andrew? Whereas others, not so much. See, hurry up past my question. He said, where'd you get that question at? I thought of it because I was literally on my sales call and I was sitting here and it's like, now granted, I told you she has over 1 million subscribers, so it's a lot of women on this call. We have a call every Monday night, and she's sweet like me, meaning she wants to answer everybody's questions. She'll like go through and like let you answer a question, read the chat, and kind of stuff like that. And so those can be very long. Those can be very long meetings, and she'll tell you, she's like, hey, we're gonna do the first hour, we'll do our like class type stuff where I want to teach you something. After that hour, you are free to go. You can go do whatever you want. And for a long time I was like, oh no, I'm definitely gonna stay for these because these are really great and these are really informational. But there have been times where, because I've been on so many of these, there are people who are gonna ask the same questions over and over again. And so that's why I was like, at one point, when do you read the room? Now, granted, this is her live, and so she's gonna try to make sure that she appeases everybody. But for the people who are just asking questions, how many questions are you going to ask? Right? Like, there are, let's just say, for instance, there's 300 people on the how many questions are you going to ask? Read the room. One question. 2 questions. When you are on question, okay, next question, 5, 6, 7, there are several people behind you. Read the room. If she has to cut you off, you didn't read the room. That's what I'm saying. Like, read the room. Like, knowing, if you say, hey, quick question, make it a quick question. Don't lie. And also, if somebody asks you a question and their question is not a question, more of a paragraph, then it wasn't a question. Then you didn't know what you were asking. And the answer that they're going to give you is probably not sufficient enough because you didn't give a concise question. Let me see here. I'm getting 79 votes. Okay. Andrew, you better pick up before we get off this live, because I might not go back to this question since it has been, we talked about it longer than I thought we were going to talk about it. Oh. Jay said a bouncer for 17 years. Woo wee. So how tall are you? A big guy, Jay? It can really be common sense. It really can't be common sense because it's not common. Someone has to tell you about reading the room. So if I just subscribe to, thank you, Casual, for subscribing. Okay, I usually can answer a lot of questions. Dang, Andrew. Andrew is stumped, huh? Okay. Hey, Pasula. Reading a room is common sense. It could be. You don't think it's street smarts? I feel like, hold on, I'm gonna ask. Question for you. Question.
Me?
Mm-hmm. You ready?
Okay.
Okay. The question is, learning to read the room is common sense? Is it book smarts or is it street smarts?
Street smarts.
Why?
Because from what you picked up, you learn people's mannerisms.
Okay.
People act a certain kind of way in certain situations.
Okay.
What's funny to some people might not be funny to other people.
Okay.
So, sarcastic example, if I got a room full of white people, I'm not going to tell black jokes.
Gotcha. Okay. Or could it be experienced then?
It's a little bit of both.
Okay.
Alright, but it's not book smart.
Okay. Okay, and it's not common sense?
It's common, like I said it's common sense.
You said street smarts.
It's common sense and street smarts.
Okay, so it's a mix of the two.
Yeah, it's a mix of the two. Because with book smarts, if you walk in, again, using the same example, your book smart tells you, okay, what jokes not to tell because the room's not full of those people.
Okay.
You know, it's common sense and street smarts. Okay. I'll always take street smarts.
Okay. Okay. Let's see here. Thank you for your answer. Exactly. Hey, Desert, how are you? Reading a room is common sense. The answer. What did you answer, Andrew? Answer sound like he's upset, like he going home, going to bed, like his test, like he, like he ain't scored on the test. I'm going home, going to bed. Okay, look, I finished because I ran out of time. Okay, before you close, I want to say congratulations again. I'm wishing you the best year ever. May you have an abundance of peace, joy, and prosperity. Thank you so much, Duan. Yes, muscle and fat. He said muscle and fat. 6'3". Oh, okay. Jay's tall. Okay, yeah. 290. Ooh, that's solid right there. That's solid. Solid. Okay. Another serious. I you say street smart. Okay, if you say street smart, then it has to be experience, not so much street. Do you notice that, like, sometimes, and I do it too, so I can't knock nobody, but when you like start talking, then you start to hear yourself. You're like, I don't know. That's why I think Andrew was so stumped on it, because it could literally, because even if as you explain one, it falls into another category. Robertson did correct answer to experience. Cause it all fall. It's like juggling. It's like I can put it here, but I can put it here, but I can take it here and put it here, but I can put it here. But that makes sense too. See, that's why I said experience is the street by drugs. I like that too, cowboy. It's wisdom. Taking variable change into account. I choose book smart. Now, why do you choose book smart? I had these, but I had boiled peanuts tonight, so I'm good. I don't know nothing else. I think why people shy away from the street smarts answers because of the street part. That's just a term. Street smart is a gift and experience. Exactly. You know that. Hey, Big J. Born in New York, raised in Jacksonville. What are we talking about? Hey, Mike. Talking about, are you street smarts? Learning how to read the room, common sense, street smart, book smarts. Now, I've been in a many rooms, right? Now, my school that I grew up was predominantly, I would say predominantly white, which is probably why I have this kind of vernacular, why I speak like this. But I also feel like people who live here, we don't have very thick accents. And we do enunciate our words, and we do sound articulate, and I don't even think it had anything to do with my school per se, because even in school, we all had our little cliques. Everybody had their little area, and I don't remember like bullying or any of that stuff, because everybody had, like, you had the Greeks over here, you had the Goths over here, you had drama over here, you had sports over here, you had arts over here. You know what I mean? Like, everybody had their place. Everybody found something that they could relate to, and we all just kind of got along because there were so many of us. But in doing so, like, I still I like the idea of all of them. But I also like the experience, because you can't read a room from the very beginning. Or you can read the room from the very beginning, though, but it's only because you've had experience in being so many other rooms that you learn to, when you come into a room, to survey the room, right? When you come into a restaurant, survey, see where am I going to sit? I don't sit my back to the door, right? Unless I'm with a certain person or a male that I know you're gonna cover me. If I know you're not gonna cover me, then I'm gonna, you know, then I'll move and adjust accordingly, right? But that comes with time. Common sense is relative. It doesn't relate to the people that don't have it. That's true. Street smart for sure. South Georgia. Okay, South Georgia. Okay, because had I read books when I was younger, I'd probably have read about observing the room and its power in understanding something before it comes. So I have a head start and gather my senses. See? Right? Because, like, the more you talk about book smarts, and here's the thing I said book smarts very nonchalantly, like, it's just book smarts. And you're thinking, when you think book smarts, you may think education, right? But to Andrew's credit, book smarts doesn't necessarily have to be going to college or any of that. Book smarts can literally be book smarts. The people who are successful in the world, the people who are making big bucks and making big bank, is probably because they read books like this, and the book said do this, do this, do this. In sales, they'll tell you, maybe not even in sales, maybe just in terms of successful people, you'll start to learn. They ask you a lot of questions. They want you talking so they can observe you, and they'll know based on how you talk where you fall in what categories. What you say will let them know whether you're in this bucket, or this bucket. So the one who talks the most, usually you can tell where they are in terms of finances and stuff. And if you are trying to brag and boast and talk, oh, I do this and I do this and I do this, we already know. I can tell you based on the fact that you're just blah 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 blah. I do. Okay, you do absolutely nothing. You do none of these things because you are overcompensating by saying all these things, which I know are not true. But I only learned that by reading enough books to know that. I love this question. I love this question. But if you are street smart, okay, that's ultimately why I chose book smart. I experienced both streets and have common sense. I think the book title is How to Win Friends or Influence. Yes, Duan. Yep. Yep. I might have to read that to y'all next. It deals with the devil. We've been reading Outwitting the Devil, Kabar, so that's perfect. However, if I read more when I was younger, then I would have been informed sooner than I did. I respect this question more than people understand. Are you a writer? Big J, I do a lot of journaling. I do a lot of writing of affirmations and stuff. And I told my mother a very, very long time ago. She asked me this yesterday, literally. She was like, Asia, I thought you wanted to be a movie director. And I said, yeah, I do. She said, well, when are you going to get back to that? And I said, I'm still writing the story. I'm still writing the script. Not physically writing it, but mentally, like, in my brain, my life is the script. I'm like, my story is still being written. It could be years from now when we are way down the line, when we have, millions of subscribers, maybe this live stream becomes a movie or something. We don't know. We don't know what the future holds, but I'm really excited about it. All right, so now that we're at 47 likes, we might as well just go ahead and get to 50, and then we'll call it a night. So double tap that screen, help us to get to 50 likes this evening. and then we'll call it a night. By the way, thank you all for hanging out with me. It is 2:26 a.m. We went way longer than we had expected. It's been a great conversation. It's been really fun. And today was a celebration because we reached 365 days of live streams. We literally have gone live every single day for 365 days. Shout out to Robert, who has been going live with me all that time. So big shout out to you. Shout out to all of my veterans who have been here. Shout out to all the new people who are just now experiencing us for the first time. Or if you're a millennial also, big shouts out to you. I am 39, 35, almost 40, and I love each and every one of you. I'm so excited every time I see millennials on my chats because this is who we do this for. I do this for you. And Gen Z is cool. Gen X is cool too, but we do this for millennials. I see you. I'm with you. I feel you. Okay. I am you. You are me. This is why we can't move forward because we get stuck on questions like this, like learning how to read the room. Oh my gosh. All right, we got two more. We have two more. We are at 48 likes. 48 likes. My college degree was in, guess what? You'll never guess, but you will. Electronic journalism. So you asked me if I'm right. I might, yeah. My degree was in journalism, so. And my minor was in coaching. So that's why I am talking to you. It was more, at the time, my minor was more of a physical coach, like strength and conditioning. However, it's still valid. It's still valid. It's coaching. Coaching is coaching. Writing a lesson plan, whether it's for fitness or for what we're doing right now. Double tap that screen, or tap that screen. Help us to like this live and help us reach our goal of 50 likes this evening. Or this morning, I should say. It's so late. She double dabbles a little. Hello, director. Hello, son. How are you? Oh my goodness, I still gotta do my stretches. I still gotta do my handstands. Oh my gosh, okay. Every need, name, fame, money. We're at 48 likes. Double tap the screen. Help us to like this live. Help us get to 50 likes. No, John. No. No. What I do though, to avoid the splash, is we put toilet paper in the toilet so that way when you poop it doesn't splash and hit your butt. Okay? So if you do a crisscross, like you do, take like 2 or 3 sheets across and then 2 or 3 sheets this way, like a X or like a T, depending on how you feel about it. And then when it drops, it doesn't have to boop boop hit your butt. Okay? There you go. You're welcome. Don't say I never gave me nothing. Communication, fantasizing, you seem like a right attack. Thank you, Big J. Hey, FBA. Long time no see. Hey. You know the next poll question better be just as hard. Watch it be like, what'd you eat today? But if you do like these thought-provoking poll questions, then I might make some more of them. Yeah, I like them. But it would require me to think about these long before this, because I usually wait to the last minute to think about my poll questions. But if you like stuff like this, then I'll continue to see if my brain will cooperate with us, okay? Levi! Hello, Levi. Let's see here. Anybody take the leg? No, don't take the likes back. We're still at 48. Double tap. Or just tap. Don't have to double tap because maybe it takes it away. Tap the screen. Hey, with the sauce. What you don't have. Give context. Hey, Oh, we got the 50! Yay! We did it! We did it! We did it! Come on, say Big J, listen, we all poop. That's how I can tell you I'm almost 40. Because I'm very... Andrew says she's dead serious. I am. I promise you I am. Absolutely. Because don't nobody like to splash. Who does? This... How long this water been sitting in this toilet? Are we recycling the water? How long is it? And like, nah, I don't want it splashed up here. Oh, yuck. FBA said, what did I walk into? Somebody wrote that in the chat trying to be funny. I love when they try to be funny and I answer them with like real life stuff. Because it's a valid question. He ain't like my answer. He thought I was going to be freaked out. Let me see here. Honestly asking like these questions where I'm having to actually put thought in. Oh, okay, that's good. It's refreshing. Oh, thank you. Hey, Mary Kay. Okay. There's many humans who actually have me use my brain lately. I appreciate you. Oh. It's time to go. Yes, we are gonna call it a night. Thank you so much. Oh, thank you, O Davis. Thank you so much. All right, I'm gonna end this poll question. Tell it good night. Tell the poll question good night. All right, so we had 93 votes. 49% say common sense. We had 41% said street smarts, and we had 10% said book smarts. We had so much fun tonight. I thank you so very much, each and every one of you, for joining us. Thank you for taking this ride with me for 365 days. We will do this again tomorrow. As always, my name is Aysia Smiles. We go live each and every evening around 10:30 Eastern Standard Time. The current time right now is 2:34 a.m. Keep smiling. Keep shining. You got this. Dreams come true. Not free. You just need a little bit of what? No, bitches. Elbow grease. I love you. 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 And there's absolutely nothing you can do about it. Nothing. Remember, your homework is always the same. I feel like I should give y'all new homework. Not tonight. Your homework is always the same. Tell yourself, I love you in the mirror every single day for 1 minute. If you don't have a mirror, take your phone, turn to front-facing camera, and say these words. I love you, I love you, I love you. 1 minute every single day. Okay? It may feel weird. It may feel cringy. Yuck. It may even make you cry. But guess what? Do it anyway. All work works. It either works on you or works for you, but it works. Hey, federal agent, are you? Thank you, Jay. Thank you, Andrew. Thank you, Dewan and Robert and Chillin and everybody and Sean. All right. I'm going to call it a night. I love y'all. See y'all tomorrow. Bye.